Hey guys, welcome back for another video. It's me, What You Will. Today we are starting on chapter 3 and 4 of Case 48, Good Girls Don't Die. So yeah guys, let's get straight into it. Well, I can hardly believe it. So not only did our victim get pregnant, but she had an abortion. So much to cope with for a teenage girl. And while Margaret Price's political campaign is so clearly anti-abortion, I can't see how she would allow her underage daughter. Oh, whatever happened. I hope the poor girl didn't have to go through such a difficult experience on her own. You're right, Will. This may be the key of Abigail's death. Let's find Martha Price and try to get the whole truth out of her this time. What I want to know is who was the father? Who impregnated her? Oh, good idea. If you found the victim's clutch around here, there may be more clues lying around. Let's have another look near the fountain, shall we? We're in luck. Martha Price has just returned from an acupuncture session. Apparently she gets daily acupuncture to relieve back pain caused by high heels. She's waiting for us in her office, Will. Let's go in. So you know everything, Major Will. I should have known I couldn't keep my daughter's secret from you. Yes. Why do you people always underestimate me, huh? Please don't ask me anymore, please. Mrs. Price, we understand this is heartbreaking for you. You have not only lost a child, but a child who recently went through a difficult experience. Difficult? It was impossible. That pregnancy, Abigail came to me for help, and the only advice I could give her was to... But what choice did I have? Her life would have been ruined, and my campaign with it. Can you imagine if my voters found out? If Serena Johnson had found out? Mrs. Price, surely you can't mean... I appreciate it if you left now, Major. I'll become hysterical if we talk of this anymore, and that simply wouldn't do. Goodbye. What just happened there, Will? How can Mrs. Price have just put her career before her own daughter? Politicians. Right, I mustn't let my anger blind me. I agree, Will. We should end this line of inquiry with Serena Johnson. Who knows what she might have been capable of in the hopes of exposing the Price's secrets. Wait a second, that pink jacket you just picked up belongs to Sabrina, our victim's best friend. It has her name tag on it. Great idea, Will. I'll watch you look through the pockets and see how it's done. You're still trying to find out how that little tramp got herself pregnant, Major Will? Well, I can't help you there. But I am looking forward to the press divulging her dirty secret, and death of all our mistakes are revealed, as they say. Well, I'm sorry to inform you that you shan't have the satisfaction. Abigail Price was not pregnant at the time of her death. Aha, you mean she got rid of it? How perfect. That would show the Prices in even worse light. I can see the headlines now. The anti-abortion politician who... That's quite enough, Mrs. Johnson. I'm aware of how powerful you are in this town, but I won't stand for this. Now, I believe it's our turn to bid you goodbye. Oh dear, I'm sorry, Will. I shouldn't have mentioned that Abigail was not pregnant at the time of her death. I was just so angry with that woman. Don't blame you. And I shouldn't have yelled at her like that. I hope we don't get in trouble with Chief King for this. Nah, this is your first time on the field, at least in Jones' position. Do young girls really need to carry so much makeup in their jackets? Oh, well, what's that you found? It looks like a torn photo. Time to work your magic once again, Will. Let's see what this torn photo is hiding. Oh, for sakes. Okay. The photo you restored shows Sabrina buying drugs from Veronica Johnson. Why would Veronica Johnson, of all people, act as a dealer? Her family is so rich, she doesn't need to worry about money. And what could have led a nice girl like Sabrina to take drugs? She looks pretty panicked about it too. Oh, nicely spotted, Will. Abigail is in the background of the photo, so she knew about this. Oh dear, we need to talk to both girls as soon as possible. How about we start with Sabrina, Will? Oh, please, please don't tell anyone about the drugs. I lose everything I work so hard for. Everyone thinks our life's so easy, but they don't understand the pressure. My parents say that they disown me if I don't get into Harvard. I need the drugs to work harder. Do you realize what would do to me? I'm not cut out to be poor. I grew up with my own personal acupuncturist. I'm not equipped for the real world. And what did Abigail say when she saw you buying those drugs? She looked pretty shocked in that photo. She was horrified, of course. I should have listened to her and steered clear of Veronica. Oh, how I wish I had listened to her. Oh, please, please, Major Will, keep this to yourself. I have my exams in 2 weeks, and then I'll stop forever. I swear on my favorite pair of Kiwi Poo heels. I feel sorry for Sabrina, Will. The thought of being disowned by her parents must be terrifying to her. For her. But I wonder what excuse Veronica has for selling drugs to other teenagers. Let's go talk to her, Will. Haha, the pills I sell aren't real drugs. It's just a mixture of caffeine and talc. Only goody two-shoes like Sabrina could be fooled into thinking they're hard drugs, but she was so desperate. The poor darling, huh? I hardly think it's anything to gloat about, young lady. She brought it on herself. I'm sick of hypocritical do-gooders thinking they're so much better than me. I'm the only honest girl around here, and all I get is flack. But who's laughing now, huh? One is on the verge of a nervous breakdown, and the other got cooked to a crisp. Can I go now? I hate to miss my acupuncture session. I really need it with all the stress you caused me. Oh, you're a fan of acupuncture. Not that it's any of your business, but yes. My dear grandmother got me into it. She gets terrible back pain from wearing high heels. Can I go now? And because she's probably old. You know, I'm starting to think Veronica might be the one who needs help and attention here. Surely no one can be that mean without a good reason. Well, at least now we know that both Sabrina and Veronica have recently been in contact with talcum powder through those fake drugs. I'll write it down for you, Will. Later on at the station. Okay, let's recap. We know that the killer wears heels, is in contact with talcum powder, and goes for acupuncture, much like the majority of our suspects. Next thing we should do now, though, is return to the crime scene. We still need a little more evidence to nail the real killer, but where do you think we should turn up, Will? The crime scene. Of course, splendid idea. Let's play a final visit to the crime scene and really put your investigative skills to the test. Right, what have you found that you think might be of help, Will? A trash can and a scrunchie. Well, the scrunchie should be easily enough to examine, and I guess it's time to roll up our sleeves and dig into that trash can. After you, Will. For a trash can, this is kind of clean. Or at least filled with stuff that are clean. Okay, why are stuff so deeply buried out now? Okay. Oh. Will, is that what I think it is? The hair remover must be the missing murder weapon. I can't believe the killer just disposed of it here, right under our noses. I'm so glad you looked in that trash can. Hopefully the garbage won't have corrupted the surface of the laser gun too much. Can you inspect it and see if you can collect anything we can work with? I'm very hyper today, by the way, guys. Had like 15 chicken wings at Buffalo Wings and Rings. I don't know if you guys had that. And then like a Dr. Pepper and water. Some nachos. I mean, I was playing soccer today with my older cousins and uncles. Great, you found some blue powder in the laser gun. I'll tell Nathan to run this powder sample through my chemical separator machine. Well, it will tell us exactly what it is. Makeup powder for sure. As I was saying, I was playing soccer with my older cousins and uncles and stuff. We went to Wings and Rings there. One of our cousins was so drunk that he was like, hey, the waitress is like, He said to the waitress, "Oh, our whole table thinks you're cute, by the way." We had 9 people at that table, including me. I was like, bruh. You collected hair fragments from the scrunchie. I'm surprised you spotted them at all. They're so tiny. I think we better get this to Nathan and see if he can find out more about this hair. You're right. Nice work, Will. I always knew you managed to find a murder weapon. I can confirm that the laser on this hair removal gun was the one used to fry Abigail. As for the powder you found on the murder weapon, it matches a common brand of blue eyeshadow. Knew it. Abigail's killer obviously transferred flakes of their eyeshadow onto the laser gun when handling it. But they weren't counting on Will finding the weapon. Let's write this down. The killer wears blue eyeshadow. Well, this time you outdone yourself. The hair fragments you found on the scrunchie belongs to Abigail's killer. How can I be so sure of it? Well, those hairs were cleanly cut to bits. They didn't fall, they were severed by a laser. You mean they were cut by the murder weapon? Yes, and despite the minute length of the hair fragments, I managed to use them to estimate your killer's age. Well, you're looking for someone who is under 25 years old. Hair never lies. It's been an honor seeing your genius at work during this investigation, Will. And it will be an even greater honor to accompany you in the arrest of this heartless killer. Let's go. It's 100% the friend. Yeah. Because she's not wearing blue eyeshadow. Goodbye. Sabrina Kingston, you are under arrest for the murder of Abigail Price. Anything you can say and will be used against. Oh no, please, you can't arrest me. It wasn't really me. It was the drugs. I didn't know what I was doing. Sabrina, you were never actually on drugs. The pills Veronica was selling you were just a mixture of caffeine and talc. They were duds. Duds? But that means... Oh my goodness, what have I done? Oh, Abigail, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I wanted Abigail to give me a urine sample, all the top colleges enforce applicant drug tests, and I was afraid mine would come up positive. But Abigail refused to help me. Boy, I was so angry, especially because I had kept a really big secret for her. I crept into the treatment room during her facial. I thought I could intimidate her, into giving me a sample if I pointed the laser gun at her, but then I lost it. I can't believe I killed my best friend. I'm a terrible person. I'm a terrible person. Abigail, please forgive me. I beg of you. Well, I think we heard enough from Sabrina. She'll have time to recover before our trial. Sabrina Kingston, you've been charged with the first-degree murder. How do you plead? I can only plead guilty, Your Honor. I never thought I was capable of any of this. Abigail was my best friend. Until you zapped her to death? You mean? Yes, Your Honor. Well, Sabrina, I think the time you will serve will give you adequate opportunity to work intensively on your worldview and priorities. Nothing is worth killing your friendship over. Sabrina Kingston, I sentence you to 20 years in prison with the possibility for parole in 10 years. This case was utterly tragic, Will. A friendship broken and 2 lives ruined. Indeed, I don't think Sabrina will ever be able to forget what has happened, much less return to the life of confident privilege she was born into. Major Will, you did a great job on this case. I'm especially pleased at how tactfully you handled some very difficult issues. Which is more than can be said about Grace, I'm afraid. Serena Johnson has called me again to protest about the way Miss Delaney has treated her. Well, screw Mrs. Johnson. Serena also mentioned needing help with a matter of some urgency. Needless to say, I will accompany you. Upsetting the Johnsons would not be a smart move for the department. Well, she's wearing a gray horseshoe, so... So, Will, how did it go? Did the chief say anything about me? Yeah, apparently you pissed off an old lady. It's okay, though. She's not gonna make it to her, like, I don't know, 80s. If she's not already 80. He didn't say anything. Oh, that's a relief. Say if you don't have anything else to do, would you mind accompanying me to check up on Martha? I still can't believe she'd be untouched by her daughter's death. I like to make sure she's coping. Who knows what a desperate mother might be compelled to do. Major Will, need your help. Well, what happened to your face, Charlene? That's the thing, I don't know. One minute I had my usual peach skin, the next this happened. Alright, calm down, Charlene, and go back to the beauty parlor. Major Will would try to help you as soon as they can. Oh, I'm glad you're here, Major Will. I think some cosmetic products gave me some kind of allergy, but I don't know which ones. What if I use those cosmetics on one of my clients? Can you even imagine? There are some very important people who come here. Yes, that would be problematic, obviously. Major Will, I think it might be best if we find the reason for Charlene's allergy. We can't risk a scandal after all. Charlene, what have you done just before you got that allergy? I was in this treatment room. I just tested a range of new products. I'm sure the thing which gave me those zits is here somewhere. You're right, Will. This cosmetics bottle is the only one without a clear label. Some of the text seems to have been erased, but I'm sure you'll discover the missing parts in no time. Nice job, Will. Now we can read what's written on the cosmetics bottle. Look, Mom, seasoning sauce. How could Charlene mistake seasoning sauce for skin lotion? The smell alone should have clued her in. I know, Nick, Mom. That's what my family usually uses. You're right, Will. We better assure Charlene about the safety of her clients and warn her not to mix food with her products. Serena, it's a pleasure to see you again. What can we do to help you? I bet young Howard's misbehaved again. Not exactly. I'm worried about a new recipe I invented for the next Red Party's rally. I named it the Johnson Special. But the thing is, I use shrimps I brought at the marina, and I don't really trust the peasants who sell them. I'm sorry, Serena, but I failed to see how Major Will and myself could help you with this. My Howard got sick after eating a shrimp yesterday. What if our voters fell sick as well? I cannot risk this. Oh, well, of course. If it represents a sanitary threat, let's take a look at this Johnson Special, Major Will. So I'm assuming this one's going to be the 6-hour analysis. Oh, hello again, Major Will. Look, I really appreciate what you did for me and my family, but I don't have time for you right now. Where could I have put this? It has to be somewhere. I bet I lost it during the hen party. I'm such a foolish woman sometimes. What's wrong, Mrs. Price? Did you lose something? I lost one of my purses. I've been looking everywhere. I cannot have lost it. There were important documents inside. If this valuable to you, I guess we could help, right, Major Will? Let's go check Loa's mansion. Charlene, Major Will found what you gave these spots. Did you use this bottle on your skin today? Yes, it was among some samples for a new line of cosmetics. The label was faded, but I assumed it was skin lotion. Well, it's Nick Mom, Charlene. Nick Mom, what? Oh my goodness, now I remember. I had Chinese for lunch, and... Didn't the smell clue you in? Well, sometimes lotions smell really weird. Oh, I feel so silly, Major Will. I'll be happy to offer you a face treatment as it thanks. Ah, this must be Serena's dish. I have to say, the smell is a little peculiar, don't you think? I would trust your expertise and let you collect a sample from this dish, Will. Alright, let's collect all these things so that, 6 hours, you know, just get it finished as soon as possible, really. Good job, Major Will. Now let's send a sample to Mr. Panda to see what is wrong with Serena's recipe. A Vote Blue badge. Well, I think it's pretty obvious this purse you found belongs to Martha Price. We should have a look inside. Serena Johnson was also at this hen party, and who knows what she might have slipped in her rival's purse. So, well, can we give her purse back to Martha, or what is this picture you found? Oh, this picture's adorable. This must be Abigail when she was just a child. Martha looks so carefree. I guess Martha doesn't have a heart of stone after all. This photo must be why she was so desperate to find her purse back. She wanted to keep this memory of her daughter. If anything, I don't trust the Johnsons. That's who I don't trust, especially Serena. It seems I have misjudged her, Will. Let's go give her purse and picture back. Mrs. Price, Major Will found your purse and... Let me see it. Let me see if nothing is missing. Thank goodness, it's still there. Abigail, my little cutie pie. I was so focused on my work I didn't have time to. Oh, Mrs. Price. It's okay. I'm really thankful you found my purse, Major Will. Here's a donation for Greensboro PD. I hope you didn't eat another one of those shrimp appetizers, Will, or brace yourself for a killer stomach ache tomorrow. The sample you provided me with clearly showed traces of yeast and bacteria. Spoiling food was used to make this dish. Dear Lord, were the shrimp spoiled then? No, the culprits were the vegetables used for the sauce. The shrimps were fine. I see. Will, let's have a word with Serena Johnson about this special recipe of hers. Finally, you're back. And seeing your faces, I guess you found out that these street peddlers sold me rotten shrimps. I knew it. The fish market folks have nothing to do with it. Your sauce was the cause for your son's sickness. My sauce? Well, then, the farmer's market people sold me rotten vegetables. They'll be held accountable for this. Or you might pay more attention to the food you use, Serena. Police resources should not be called upon for such pet. Are you implying I wasted your time, Samuel? No. He's saying you wasted my time. Should I remind you of everything the Johnson family has done for this town for you? Should I? Of course, a sanitary disaster has been avoided, and this well justifies bringing Major Will into this. I hope your son will get better soon. Hope he doesn't. Oh, we Johnsons are tough as wood. Do not worry yourself. Major Will, thank you for your precious help. I'll be delighted to cook you one of my special burgers. No, thank you. I don't trust the Johnsons one bit, still. But yeah, that will be the end of Case 48. We're getting close, guys. Very close. We can definitely finish this whole district by at least the end of June. That's what it's looking like. So I'll see you guys next time for Case 49. I love you all. Get out.